Alright, day 3 and here we go. The roasted garlic bread has been used for this sub, and as far as the sauces go, there's BBQ sauce and Southwest. Yeah. The bread today has a slightly harder crust than it had earlier. The roasted garlic bread in itself isn't too appealing. It's quite chewy, and as you can see, it looks quite dull. So there's a decent amount of garlic sprinkled on top of the crust, and the insides have quite a chewy texture to them. Not that the outside crust is very crunchy. Even they seem to be a bit soft. Not the tastiest of choices by itself. And here we have the veg shami in itself, along with an jalapeno, along with an olive clinging onto it. Let's see how the veg shami tastes like. Has quite a bitter taste to it, perhaps due to the generous amount of coriander seeds that have gone into it. There's also good helping of other spices. There's black pepper in this and very tiny sprinkling of curry leaves, all that have been mashed and made into a patty kind of paste. It's very soft, not crunchy at all. Perhaps it would have been a way lot tastier if it was crisp and crunchy. Yeah, but then having finished the patty by itself, I am now left with just the bread and the usual suspects, the veggies, the cucumbers, the lettuce and the olives. I'll finish this and I'll get back to you on this one. The garlic bread, although having a very generous sprinkling of spices on it, isn't too spicy, or I can't quite feel the taste of roasted garlic bread here. Quite unlike the garlic bread which we are used to eating at other pizza outlets. Doesn't have the distinct garlic taste to it. The mozzarella cheese, although melted to perfection, was put in very little quantity, and hence I can barely feel its taste except when directly eating it this way. I wonder if they add an extra layer of cheese at no additional cost. Maybe not. The mozzarella cheese has been melted to perfection. I only wish there was plenty of it. The cheesy taste to the garlicky flavor of the bread was something in itself. And moving on to the second sub of the day, we have the hara bhara sandwich. Let's see how this one tastes like. I remember asking the staff to make it very spicy. So there's mayo, mint mayo and red chili sauce, I believe. Oops, I hope I'm ready for this. Not as spicy as I thought it would be, the mint mayo. Let's see how this goes. Okay. There's a very distinct flavor of the mint chutney that has gone into this sub, and it seems to be oozing everywhere. There's a lot of greens that have gone into this hara bhara kebab. Yeah, quite obviously. So hence aptly named hara bhara. Hara meaning green in Hindi. Sorry. The way the red chili sauce cuts across the corners of your mouth. The jalapenos and the mint mayo and the harabara kebab, the patty on one side and the red chili sauce and the tangy tomatoes on the other side. It feels like you're eating two stuffs at the same time. All the tomatoes have soaked up the red chili sauce and they make for one hot spicy bite. This here is one interesting sub really. There's the very soft tangy bite of the tomatoes on one side and the quite crunchy bite of the cucumbers on the other. And as if on cue, the red tomatoes have taken up all the red chili sauce and the green cucumbers and lettuce have soaked up all the mint mayo. And then there's the parmesan oregano bread. It really has that mild sour dairy kind of taste to it, well, quite obviously. It's probably a good thing that I went spicy on this one, else it would have been a bit too bitter perhaps with all the greens and the sour tasting bread. A lot of greens have gone into the making of this harabara kebab patty. There's coriander leaves, there's curry leaves, and there's pudina, mint leaves. By itself, the harabara kebabs patty has a bitter taste to it, but add in a couple of spicy sauces and you're good to go. And just like yesterday, I'm gonna finish off with my newfound indulgence, the double dark Dunkin' chocolate chip cookie. I find it very surprising to note that just the outer circumference of the cookie has a crunchy taste to it and everything else has a quite chewy texture to it. Like I said, the good thing about this cookie is there's more chocolate to it than there's flour added. It mostly tastes like chocolate and there's barely a hint of taste of the flour that has gone into it. And there's a very mild feeling or sensation of milk and eggs being added to the cookie, which gives it a very soft, doughy kind of taste to it. It does stick onto your mouth a bit though. And with that final bite, I'm gonna finish today's episode. I'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, take care.